What up, physics? So we're getting ready to do a lab. So we've done all this stuff where we have done LOL charts and showed energy transfer. But now what we're going to do is we're going to look at a way to quantify energy. And here's how we're going to do it. We're going to focus on springs. You can see there's the spring, so on and so forth. But right now, notice that the spring is completely relaxed. And it's like in this encasing, but you should still be able to see the spring. It's completely relaxed. So therefore, I'm not pushing it. I'm not pulling it. It's just in its neutral position. This right here is called the equilibrium position of a spring. It's where it's perfectly happy. It's not going to do anything if you just leave it alone. That's what's called the equilibrium position. But if I pull it like so, no longer is it at the equilibrium position. And if I let go, it snaps back to the equilibrium position. That's because I'm adding elastic energy to this spring. So there's a ton of elastic energy right there. I let it go, and it transfers to kinetic, which then transfers to thermal when it's back at the equilibrium position. So here's the spring. So the equilibrium position is when it's at rest. In order for me to get this thing to have elastic energy, I have to pull on it. In this case, I have to pull on it. Some springs you can press on them, but I can pull back. And the more I pull, the more force it's going to take to pull. And so in this lab, we're going to focus on the relationship between the amount of force that I have to pull with and how far it travels from its equilibrium position. And that's what this blue line right here represents. Right now, I'm showing that it's equilibrium, and then I can measure how far back it travels. Now, the lab that you're going to be doing is going to use a simulation for ease of conducting the experiment. But basically, you're going to be looking at this relationship. You're going to measure the force that you exert. So that's going to be your independent variable. And then your dependent variable will be how much displacement is there. And so then you'll create a graph and do the analysis of this. So that's basically the introduction. We're going to be looking at the elastic energy of a spring.